Welcome to the Secret Life of Therapists. I'm your host, Dr. Habiba Zaman. I have Kaylan Maloney here with me. And we are going to talk to you today about cheating and cheaters.
Cheater weeders. I used to watch that show. The show's still on, by the way. Still on.
I've never seen an episode.
Going strong.
I haven't. What's the other, what's the updated version of it? What is it? Not Cheaters Island. That would be.
Oh, Love Island?
Maybe.
Is it that? I don't know. I didn't see that, so I can't.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though? I haven't
Everybody's
seen
in
it
a house?
either. Basically, you're like, you go like date other people, and then there's these clips of your girlfriend is also there watching all of this play out on national TV while you're cheating on her, and then coming back and be like, "That meant nothing. I love you so much. I still want to go home, back off this show, and be with you still."
Yeah, that would never work for me. Never. I don't. There's a lot of things that I can take, and I just think if you're gonna be cheating, and don't be disrespectful.
If you're gonna be cheating, don't be disrespectful. What you mean?
Don't be in my house with the shit.
Okay, like, that is disrespectful.
It is 100% disrespectful. It's something. Well, I don't know, maybe blatant. Like you're not trying to and just don't lie. Like if I'm coming to you and I'm like, hey, what the fuck going on? But you're gonna lie, of course, because it's deceit. Oh, deceit has to be a lie.
Well, they wouldn't cheat though, right?
Be otherwise, yeah.
I feel like you're asking for things, and I'm saying it as if I'm no different. But I feel like you're asking for things that you're not gonna get by definition, character traits from somebody who's willing to cheat. You're looking for honesty. They wouldn't cheat in the first place if they were gonna be honest.
Yeah. No, I'm not looking for
transparency.
I just don't want it. So let me tell you where it comes from. So
please.
Stereotypically / like culturally, we see that a lot where the men will just be with other women
and but drag you along.
The wife is at home.
Yeah.
She knows, but there's no change in their lifestyle. So he's home, he goes to the kids' soccer games, he does the things, he da. And sometimes it even reaches a point where it's like an extreme where they will literally like have another kid. And they will just be in like, I mean, it just gets really, really intense. So I think because it's something that I am not like grew up around, but just like I think familiar with, just understanding how things go within that space. It's like I'm not a person that I'm just like, oh yeah, you can cheat. No, I'm not an open relationship girly. I'm way too jealous for it. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god, what is happening? It's a balloon.
It's a balloon.
Yeah.
Is it gonna get sucked back out and do that again?
I don't know.
It might.
We'll turn it off this time.
Okay. If it decides to do that machine gun thing again, we'll turn it off. It might.
I thought it was gonna pop. I just knew it was over with. But I mean, you know, it's a great metaphor, by the way, of your relationships. Because it's like you're thinking shit's gonna explode, and it's like, nope, it's just getting messy.
No, we're just gonna spin around with it and then get spit back out, and then just kind of keep chilling right there.
Right here.
Literally what you just said about that example that you gave. My house and the spirits in my house decided to be like, I'll show you. Here we go. I wish you guys would have seen that.
That was like really absolute perfect timing, actually.
Like right as you gave the example, they're having these families.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm always around. Literally that.
Oy.
But so like that's I think because I'm aware of that thing happening and being that way. Like it's not. It's gonna sound super fucked up, but it's almost like if a man cheats, I'm not. Oh my god, I can't believe it's almost like it's damn near expected. If he doesn't, then that's super fantastic. But if he does, it's not like I would be more surprised if I was, like he was physically violent towards me versus if he cheated. If that makes sense.
I see. That would surprise you more about a man's character than
the cheating.
Right.
Yeah. So not I know. How sick is that? That's why I said. So not condoning it, obviously, neither one, right? But it's one of those areas, I think, because I am just how how I've become familiar with it, but also like aware of it or whatever. There's a part of it that's like almost it's like this seems like it's kind of a part of what the fuck y'all got going on for some reason.
So I wonder how much of this is generational, and because it's when you study it,
Mhm.
when you study infidelity, there's it's in every culture.
Mhm.
Some cultures accept it openly,
Yes.
more so, and some cultures hide it very well. Like European cultures, even in Europe, right? You've got cultures that are like, we all know everyone's expecting it. If you're hurt by it, go cry in a corner and keep things moving. What did you say? Cry and walk at the same time, right? For the woman.
Yes.
But it's expected that men will have these mistresses, right? We're not talking about we had an affair.
Yeah.
They're having mistresses.
Yeah, so they long-term girlfriends.
Right. And then you're just supposed to know it and pretend like you don't, versus the ones that are more accepting, right? There's European cultures that I know that are more accepting. Like people joke about French culture, right? Like, yes, everybody's doing it. Italian culture, everybody's doing it. And then everybody knows about it. And then they get mad and throw things around and then they make up and then it keeps going. Versus the ones that are really embraced, right? Not, I'm saying like a couple of generations ago, it was embraced that, oh yeah, he has another family in another village, you know, however far away, and then he goes and you as the main wife. There's a main wife versus there's the side wife.
Yeah. So then it becomes, is it cheating? Do we have just, is that like a form of polyamory at that point? Or are we just non-monogamous?
But that is a no-no in religion. So that's why they don't accept the polyamory. Do you see what
right.
I mean? Culturally
you can only do,
speaking.
yeah.
So within those cultures, like you have these timepieces, right? Like where you had takuras, which are like what is the English translation for that? Whatever, landowners, they're wealthy, you know, of the South Asian region, right? Who would have multiple wives, right? But it was, you have the takurain, right? Like, I'm the queen of this castle and I know about you, but we're gonna pretend like you don't exist, and I stick my nose up at you, and the other one's like, but I love him. Shoot me in the
yeah,
gross. But that was expected. And not only was it expected then, I do think it's shamed a lot more now. So I wonder if that's what I meant by, is this a generational kind of shift of not tolerating that kind of behavior anymore?
Yes, it
obviously, it's also one-sided, right?
100%.
Hello, patriarchy. A man can do this.
Yeah, women could
but
never.
If a woman does it, then you have all these slurs that you call her.
Yes. Even if I have like a coworker, and it's just a coworker, it's like you can't even talk to them at all. And it's so funny too, because men will be like, I mean, I wouldn't care. You, it's an excuse, I think, or like a cop out when people say that, particularly men.
What do you mean?
They wouldn't care if you did have like a male friend or this coworker or whatever, especially like not even a whole side piece, just having this relationship with another male.
Which is not just friendship. It's not a platonic, is what you're saying.
Even if it was.
No.
But yes, if it's not, it's definitely not okay.
Right.
We cannot have.
Well, we talked about that in that episode with opposite sex friends. The problems with that.
We cannot have like those kind of extra, I guess, marital affairs. But
have you heard of the saying, a man's only friends with you because he wants to fuck you?
Yes. That's what I thought.
Because you can't just like a person. So those are the ones who have that mentality, I believe, are the ones that they want to fuck a woman, but they don't like women. Because you're not liking the person for who they are. You're not just enjoying their company just because you enjoy their company. There has to be this end prize that you get out of it. Because I have plenty of male friends. And that's never been, right? Like, I'm only friends with you because
of this. Yeah.
Have you met my personality? Like, if you want to be friends with the 20 personalities I've got, like,
that's an interesting.
It's not just about I'm
Yeah.
trying to sleep with you.
Right. No.
And how disrespectful is that to minimize a woman down to that? Or men,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, because it could go both ways where a
Yes.
woman's like, I only want to be friends with him because maybe I'll get lucky one day
Mm-hmm.
and he'll pick me.
Yeah. I think what's difficult for me are the individuals who stay in relationships with that same mindset with the cheating. Is that there's a part of it that's like this extra denial. So obviously, opposite from having this acceptance, we're kind of like understanding these things, not talking about these things. Like, so there's this active sense of denial of like, yes, I know that he's done this thing,
He has that family on the
but
other side of the cat.
he's gonna choose me. Yes, like he's gonna just not fuck with them and be only here right now. It's like, no.
However, I have had clients, right? And I've had friends, which the friends, got reality check very fast because you're friends with me
Yeah.
on why you choose to do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I have definitely more grace with my clients than I feel like I do with my friends.
Yes.
With my friends, I'm gonna be like, do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Where's your therapist? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. I do it. You need to be in therapy. What the fuck? Get it together.
But there's plenty of people that I know that actively go after trying to have a relationship with somebody who's married.
Yes.
To get that source of validation because they have that childhood abandonment wound
Mm-hmm.
of I'm going to be so important that you will break up your family, your commitment, your all of this, and choose me.
Yeah. And that is why cheating is a selfish act. And it's really hard for people, I think, to really understand that factor. There's always this kind of component of this is me, I've done this, I've done that, but cheating is selfish. It's not I see it, I should say, as just it's a selfish act. It's not something where it's like a I don't know. I just see it as it's all within the person, whether it's past traumas and you're acting out behaviors, whether it's just a bunch of bullshit, or you just want to be out here free willy. It's all just within your own choice.
I can be someone who beats up people.
Mhm.
I have.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not since college, guys. But I was a fighter,
Mhm.
right? Again, I was a defender of other people. So if I saw someone being disrespected or whatever, I was,
There.
come
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
at you.
for sure.
I have scars from all of that
Mhm.
in my hands, right?
And you meant that too.
And I did.
Yeah.
Because that's something I was taught at a young age. You defend the ones who can't,
Mhm.
right? And then run away
Yeah.
before the teachers and the popo catch you. Whatever.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not that person anymore, guys.
We reformed.
But I am that way for a reason.
Mhm.
I was that way for a reason. It's like what we were talking about before. If there's a revolution, I'm gonna be like, let's go.
Mhm.
Right? Whether or not we know that there's gonna be a positive outcome that's guaranteed, but if I know that the world will be a better place for it, I will fight for that. Right? There's all kinds of reasons for why that is true for me. Doesn't mean I get to go lay my hands on people.
That's just true.
As an adult.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't. Like
Right.
I said, I haven't since college, guys. That was the last time. And that was self-defense. But do you know what I mean? Your traumas, your blueprint doesn't give you the excuse to act out and behave however you want to.
No, it doesn't. No.
And I think that's why you're calling it selfishness. Like it could be whatever reason you're doing it, but the harm you're choosing to cause to someone else, that's a choice.
Yes. To me.
No, you can't. I do agree with you can't help who you fall in love with. In order for me to fall in love with somebody, I would have had to open access to them first, to conversation, to my heart, and to my time. Because we have to get to that level of vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, and emotional intimacy before it can be an affair.
Yeah.
But that's me. We're not talking about the one night stands.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the people that was like, oh, I don't know how it happened. What you mean? What do you mean you don't know how it happened? Did you fall into someone and all of a sudden your clothes are missing?
I thought about that too. People say that, and I've maybe sort of a conclusion, but it's almost like they're thinking about it from a sense of I did not consciously think to do this, or I didn't consciously think that this would be the outcome. So I don't know how I got there. I think it's what they're really meaning.
I think that's a cop out.
But it's still a bunch of bullshit.
It is a bullshit. It is a bullshit. Whatever. English. It is complete bullshit because let's say I go to a conference and I'm sitting at this table and I see this person and he is attractive. He's, intellectual, which is my thing. My kink is intelligence.
Oh my god.
Right. And then obviously, and then we click and the banter is like mine and yours, right? Like it's just going and we have a great time. We have shared values. We have that we established within 3 hours. You can't say that from there to somewhere else, there weren't any thoughts in between. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, because your thoughts are before your actions anyway.
Yes.
So you have to have had the thought.
Right. Oh, I had to do that for my app yesterday. I was like, let me draw you the circle. You first have an event. Yes. Something happens, and then you have a thought. And then you have a feeling. And then there's a behavior. So, hello, event to behavior.
Stuff in between.
There's stuff in between.
Yeah.
It doesn't just go from event to behavior.
Right.
For some people, it's more reactionary, sure, right? If something falls down or if something slithers out from this couch, there might be a behavior. But the in-between would be like, what the fuck is that? Oh, shit, it's a snake. Jump up, fear.
Yeah.
Then stomp or run away screaming. But there is still those things that happen. Your brain still processes stuff.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's not guaranteed. It's not an automatic guarantee that we're going to go from this amazing connection to meh in bed.
Right. Yeah.
So there's prep, planning, thought, right? Effort.
Yeah.
And then, yes, that's what it ended up. I think people also actively are in denial, like you said, because they'll have this connection and be like, oh, no, he's just being nice. And then he'll be like, so what are you doing for dinner? Like, oh, he's just being nice. You're dismissing the importance of the intention. And then what? Then he comes and brushes your hand, and then you're like, oh, no, that it's because we're sitting too close. Like, you have to give yourself so many bullshit excuses to justify where it's going.
Yeah. Yeah. I think people who are also on the other side of that note, people who are able to recognize this is self-destructive and I can recognize I'm doing it in this way. So it's not an excuse, it's an accountability and really being able to recognize those things. I think that's totally separate space versus this where it's just kind of like you're saying, well, no, they're just nice, they're just nice, they're just nice. And it's like, why even put yourself in that position?
Because that's access, right?
To be there.
It's simple.
You're going to Universal down in Orlando, Florida. But you're not going to ride any motherfucking ride. You're just out there to look at the sun.
But I do think, I have a client when I was like, oh, I haven't been to Miami in 10 years. He's like, oh my God, you would be a hot mess in Miami. And I was like, I'm going to love me some Miami.
Yeah.
And I did. I had a great time. And he was like, so are you going to go out? Of course I'm going to go out. It's Miami. And he's like, oh my God, what are you you are going to get into trouble. I was like, I intend to get into trouble. Right. And the trouble I'm talking about, guys, is I'm going to go sit and read at the beach. I'm going to go find me a spot to dance in. I'm going to listen to some live music and I'm going to eat way more than I should. I'm going to
be out past 11 o'clock. I'm going to be answering calls. Yep.
No, I was still in bed.
I know.
I'm tired.
That's the bad though, because I'm usually not doing that.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, you're out past what?
Right. But most people would think, and I think I told you about that dude that showed up on the beach, right?
Yeah. That was interesting.
So I'm at the beach and I'm reading my book, and the sun is setting. And the water is great, and it had just stormed. So I came with my umbrella, and I came with the towel, put it down, because I'm not missing the ocean. And he just comes, walks right up, very, very kind. Like, oh, you look like you're really enjoying yourself. I am. Thank you. Are you here visiting? Yes, I am. Because who's going to be in a dress on the beach? Whatever. It was not a beach dress. Whatever, right? So I was like, yes, I am. I have a few minutes. It stopped raining, trying to soak it in. And then he goes, okay. I'm sorry, are you married? And I was like, I am. Yes, I am. And he goes, oh. But you're traveling by yourself? Yes, I am. You know, like there's no conversation going on over here. You're not getting anything from me.
No.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not telling you to leave me the fuck alone either, because I don't think that's necessary. But I'm also not giving access. I'm not inviting you to a conversation.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to force a conversation here.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh, I'm surprised your husband would let you travel without him."
I feel like that is such a bait, and we take it so quickly all the time, because it's like, who the fuck you think you talk to? But I feel like that's
I don't
a
think
bait.
it's a bait. I think this is. I've had so many men tell me that.
I do think that they do believe themselves,
right?
But I feel like it's
that they would
also a
cage you.
bait, almost like a. So tell me more about that.
But you know, there's the cheating part, right? I think that the reason they say that, men would say that, is because they're like, because then something might happen.
Yes, I'm supervised with my husband here.
Right? But women feel that way too.
Yes.
If I'm like a fucking leech on his face or an octopus on his face,
yeah,
then he won't look at another woman's direction. He's not going to give access to someone else. He won't My husband's well aware that there's fuck off stamped on my forehead whenever I'm out and about. I do not allow access. We shut that shit down very quickly. Because I don't have the energy, and I'm not the kind of human being that's going to cheat. Yeah, we don't have the time for that. If I'm getting to that point, not only have you heard about it, you know I'm unhappy, you know I'm not fulfilled, you know this is not providing me the things that I want to experience, to feel loved, to feel desired, to feel valued, right? To feel beautiful, to feel sexy, whatever, all the things that then I start go looking for it somewhere else. You already know, because I've already asked you for an open relationship. Right? Because again, transparency to me is more important than anything else. Right. Nothing's going to come slap you upside the head out of nowhere. So for this belief system of I wouldn't let you out, as if people don't cheat even though they go to a 9 to 5 and then come home right after.
Yeah. What's my girl? Keisha Cole, she had a song about it. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it, but I will. But she has a whole song about it. Like, it doesn't matter how much you watching him, how much you hanging out with him. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
They will
if
find
he's going
a way
to do it, he's gonna do it. It's not a whole just. There's nothing you can really do about it, and it's unfortunate, I guess, in a way. But also, I am a person that's like, well, if you're gonna do it, I want you to go ahead and do it, so that I can know who you are, right? And I'm not having to keep playing this kind of game of like I'm on the edge and it's this. If this is the life that you're gonna do, then do that. And it's obviously very separate from like I say, it's different from polyamory. It's different from open relationships. Like, it's not like all those things have expectations, rules.
Right. That
like
there's going to be other people where that attention and energy and the emotional intimacy is shared.
Yes,
or physical intimacy also is shared.
Yes. So when we are here, and then of course there's different types of infidelity. Aside from, I think a lot of times we automatically jump to physical. Right. But you have that emotional.
You see that's my last one, right? It needs, like, I had to add the physical in, and almost as an afterthought, because to me there's allowing access and emotional intimacy is more significant than the physical intimacy. It will lead to that no matter what,
because the emotional comes with an attachment.
Yeah, but not just attachment, right? Like the person that you allowed access, like I said, I'm at a conference and there's this person and I'm just like da 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 da. I did allow access for that connection, right? Nothing wrong with that, because that's how friendships are born too, right? But then when you have that and you attach it with attraction, and then take your attraction and then that connection and then have that admiration, I think that's where the cheating starts. There's something about this person that you admire, right? Yeah. That makes you want more.
Yes. And I think that's really important, the admiration part, because I think people view that as like you're yearning, and that's not necessarily that. Sometimes they're giving you something that you really like. So what are they giving that you find that you either need or really benefit from, or really just appreciate having, right, that this person is giving you? So are you, even if you're, sometimes not even that you're missing it in your marriage, sometimes you're just fucking greedy. You just want more.
Because it's not, and it's different.
Yeah.
Each person
It's
you have
different for
it with
sure.
is going to be different.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not about whether or not I have it at home. Sure, there are plenty of dead marriages, but then it's like, to your point from before, if you're in a dead marriage, you're still choosing that dead marriage. You're still choosing to stay.
Yeah.
So then why not own up to that and then have a different arrangement, whatever that arrangement might look like, and then move on so that there's no, it's a dead marriage, but I still know that I have your loyalty.
Yeah, I think because people, they know that they probably won't have that loyalty. So if I am bringing it to you, then I have this major risk. I'm probably 90% sure that you are not going to be okay with the arrangement of me including someone else
So I'm gonna do it anyways.
in our relationship. So I'm gonna do it.
So I'm gonna do it anyways.
I'm just out here.
And that's the selfish part.
Yeah.
It's the part that you do it anyways, knowing that because you don't want to risk losing what you have.
Mm-hmm.
But
so then to the person who stays, right? So even knowing,
let's say, but before the person that stays, when they find out, if they don't find out, then what? Like you're then providing a lifestyle for somebody that didn't agree to it.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem I have with it. The people who cheat and then their partners don't know about it. My problem with that is because I've been the person that didn't know or didn't have enough evidence to be like, this is definitive. Where it's like, but I'm not choosing this. This version of this marriage, this version of this relationship, whatever the relationship status is, I'm not choosing it, because when I agreed to get into it with you, the definition of what this is supposed to look like was completely different. You then went and made a decision when this is supposed to be plural, a singular decision, and it impacts me, but I'm not having a say. That's my biggest issue on it. It's the same thing with consent, with any other thing. Yeah. Someone just comes up and gives me a hug. I didn't agree to this hug. I don't know you. I don't know if you're safe. I don't know if I want you touching me. Yeah. Especially after COVID. It's like, stay over there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's, before we even get to the people that stay, let's look at the harm that you're doing by imposing a lifestyle onto somebody that didn't ask for it. Yeah. That's so disrespectful. It is. And then with the excuse being, I didn't want to hurt you. Oh, bullshit. Then you shouldn't have done it. So, all of it is cowardice. Like, I'm very harsh with that. And even with my clients who do cheat, that come to me and we're talking about it. And I'm like, does this person know that you're slowly moving away? And they're like, yeah, but like, I'm miserable. I'm this. She doesn't do this. She doesn't do that. She doesn't do that. And this is a same-sex relationship. You know, she's like, she's doing these things. She's putting me down. She's not giving me the time of day. She doesn't put in any effort. Okay. Did you tell her then I want someone else? That the love that I feel here doesn't feel like love to me. Yeah. Before you're over here getting that love from someone else and filling your bucket, because then you're just being a coward. So then so at that point, it's like, is this a test? Are you just trying to see if you're capable of being loved? Is that why we're staying in it and just kind of diddling over here? Like, why be there when you know that this is not working for you? Because you still get the validation of being in a relationship with this person. What is that validating? Stability? Yeah. Somebody still wants me, and there's like, I'm not going to be alone. So it's like that monkey thing, right? Like, you won't let go of one branch until you have a stronghold on another one. Yeah. But that's just cowardice. You know, and I was like, then you're just being a coward. Why are you being a coward? And then, of course, Habiba, God damn, you just tell me I ain't shit. I didn't use those words. I was going to say, no. But it is cowardice. Anytime I've had this conversation with any of my friends, you're just being a coward, because you are being a coward. I'm afraid of what I'm going to lose. So then I'm going to just let them stay in this bubble of a fairy tale land that they think I'm all these things that I'm not. Yeah. But I think it's being a coward, because it's not that you're afraid that you're going to hurt them, they're going to be upset with you, or they're going to say no. I think that the reason they don't want to do it is because they feel the shame of, then I'm going to end a relationship that's been a long time. People are going to ask me, what the fuck, why did you let this person go? You know, my relationship will fall apart, my marriage will be broken, my children will suffer. All of these things I'm going to be the cause of,
Mhm.
and that shame is the reason why they're not going to mess up their status quo and also go have their side piece and try to get whatever fulfillment that they want.
Mhm.
But we both know there's plenty of happy marriages where the person still cheats.
Mhm. Mhm. Not for me though.
Me either.
It's not for me.
Because again, we're talking about cheating. We're not talking about other agreements. If you have another agreement, like if it's polyamory, there's still standards,
Yes. And you can cheat
expectations,
in polyamory. I
and
think.
boundaries, right?
Yes.
And then when you go against that established agreement,
Mhm.
and you like, I'm gonna go do whatever the fuck I want,
Mhm.
then that is cheating.
Yeah.
And then the sad part is, and I see this, and it hurts my feelings, not because I'm in a polyamorous relationship, but it just hurts my feelings as a human being when you have this established trust,
Mhm.
right? Even though the relationship looks different than what other people, the mainstream, society considers normal.
Mhm.
Then they're like, well, what do you expect? Excuse me? What do you mean, what do I expect? We have these rules, we have these boundaries, we have these expectations, just like in a regular relationship.
What I expected was for you to continue
Honor
to
that.
respect this. That's what I
Yes.
expected. Or even the one where some people have their open marriages to sexually.
Mm-hmm.
So whether they're swingers or they do threesomes or whatever, and a person goes off and does it on their own,
Yeah.
then it's like, well, I mean, you gave them open access.
No, I didn't.
We did not. We had a set of rules in place.
Mm-hmm.
This was supposed to be followed. When you break the rule, that's still a violation.
Right, because now you've broken my trust, which means you've betrayed me.
There's still a betrayal.
Because of something you wanted at the cost of what we had.
Yeah.
It's still you wanted and you chased something that I didn't agree to without asking me if that would be okay for me.
Yeah. It's the same as we do in monogamous relationships. I don't know why people feel like it's totally different, but it's the same. We have a set of rules and expectations in monogamous relationships. If you break them, this is what this is called.
But there is also this societal joke where if a woman says, I've been cheated on by this many people.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it always what's wrong with her, not the person doing the cheating? Because it's simple. End the relationship. Say you're unhappy. Say you don't want this. Then go do whatever. It's very hard. But it's that simple.
Yeah, the math is easy for sure. 1 and 1 is always going to be 2. So you do what needs to be done. But I think it's like you said, it's that, especially when you have kids involved, I think it's very hard to either side. I think it's very hard for the person to call it a quits or whatever, whether it be for power control or dynamic changes, or even just I'm hoping that this person will. Maybe it's a one-off, or maybe it's just like they will recognize something, something, something. There's this kind of false hope deal that happens, and I think because there's the idea is anything is possible, because I really want this to work. So I know that people, I know that people have been cheated on and been able to work through it and continue to have a healthy marriage. But that's not your situation. You have to be honest with yourself about the situation that you are in, and can you really sustain that? Because forgiveness with infidelity is a completely different path. So I think it's when you have that involved with like I said, especially with the kids, it's hard. I've definitely seen that where the person is just in the street, and then the spouse is home with the kids, and it's just like, I know they're doing this. People are calling. Hey, I see you. I see people out here. You might wanna, what you wanna, like whatever. Right. So it's blatant. And then there's times where you've literally seen it yourself.
Right.
So then it's like, I can't do this. But then you end up doing this, I call it ping pong, where we just back and forth. And I think the back and forth is like this hope that this person will just get it together.
But they won't, though.
But they won't.
If someone's cheating, it's because of something that is missing in them that they're fulfilling through someone else.
Right.
Right. And it's never because the other person's just so special. Right. I feel like the other person, right? this person's in a committed relationship and then you're the other person.
Mm-hmm.
It's never that the other person's just so special that they couldn't help themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that can ever be a delusion that you can hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I cannot quote where I got this from because I don't remember, but I wrote a paper on infidelity, the reasons behind it, what compels people, and then what makes them stay, and then, all of that. I wish right now, even though I had my full cup of coffee, I cannot remember who I'm citing. But the thing is, and I know you know this because we see this, where the person who's doing the cheating, they have to rationalize their actions because they know they're going to hurt this person. Right? It's a betrayal no matter which way you spin it. You are betraying the other person, and by not telling them, you're choosing the betrayal.
Yes.
You chose it a long time ago, but you're continuing to partake in these things. You're still continuing the betrayal. Each time is a betrayal. And they have to rationalize it. And so what you see is people turn into, they don't just distance themselves. Sometimes they over involve themselves in the family way more than they had before. So because they have to overcompensate for that.
I don't want you to think anything is off.
Yes. So either overcompensating or they become mean, right? Then all of a sudden, all the little things that they're doing, your partner is doing, is now aggravating you.
Yeah, because I have to villainize you in order for me to feel justified,
right,
in doing this betrayal.
Because if you're too demanding, if you're too rigid, if you're too cold, if you're too robotic, if you're too focused on the kids, if you're too, and I am spitting these out because I lived it.
You're not giving me enough attention.
Those are all the things that I've heard, right? If they can say that, then they can justify why they went and got it somewhere else. Even though I'm like, that's not true though, right? Or you're just so this, you're just so that. I don't know how I'm either too cold and too fiery at the same time, because I got that in one sentence. I was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. But that's when I realized, I was like, oh, you're looking for me to be the villain again, right? You need me to be the villain so that you can be the victim, so that you can also villainize me to this other person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then they'll feel sorry for you, and then they will then again, well, I can love you better.
Yeah.
Right? So on both sides, this person's villainizing whoever they're with so that they can get the empathy and sympathy and justification from the person that they're having this affair with. And then that person can be like, oh, but I'm so special because I can give him all the love, or I can give her all the love that this person's missing. Let me be your white and shining armor, whatever, knight in shining armor kind of thing. And all of it is just distorted reality.
Yes, it's
which is why illusion. And that's why I call it cowardice. Just own it.
Yeah.
I'm attracted to this other person. I want to see where this goes. Doesn't mean that the person is probably going to be like, don't come back.
Definitely going to do that, yeah.
Possibly. Or they might be like, you know what? That's okay. Go. If Teddy Swims has a song. Is it him? Maybe. This is why I don't cite people, because I get them wrong. There's a song, basically, and it says, I know there's going to come a time when you go explore and you're going to need something more. Right? So I'm going to love you, blah, blah, blah. So there are people that are like, I know that's going to come one day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you do that. The whole, if you love them, let them be a butterfly. They'll come back to you if they love you enough, right? Because some people will. I'm not one of them. Because I'm like, all right, well then.
Yeah.
Bye. Right? Yeah. And so then they're going to be like, but I didn't want to lose you. You don't get to make that choice for me.
Right.
You don't get to say, I didn't want to lose you. But then I'm also going to let you live a lie.
Yeah.
Because at that point, then I'm living a lie. And I'm the one that feels like a fool.
Yes. And like you said, it's the being honest. You don't want to lose me. So be honest. I'm finding myself being interested in other people. And that's not right. And
because you think you're not going to lose me then when I find out?
Right. So you give me the choice.
Right.
So you bring it to me when you notice that this thing is going on. we either figure out what's going on within the relationship, and if we can work through it, cool. If not, whatever. Or we open it up, or whatever we choose to do. But
Right.
you give me also the choice to do this. It's not just like, well, I made this choice and you're gonna have to just deal with it. So let me, like you said, put you in this bubble. You have to just accept it for what it is, because I'm not going to give you the whole truth here. I'm not going to give you all these things here.
Right.
And I think that's the most painful of it. Well, of course you've dated like when you're like in your young 20s. I really haven't. I can't say I've ever had like a super serious relationship. Actually, like in my 20s, no. But early 20s, I was like, I was cheated on a couple of times, like throughout my dating experience or whatever. And I found out one because it's the same, no evidence, but I knew something was off. It was a butt dial. That's how I found out. And it was just like, okay. And in the moment, I think at the time I felt like, oh, okay. And it's completely blocked. Everything was shut off. I shut everything down. I blocked everywhere. There was no more phone number. There was no communication. It was nothing. As I just, and part of that is my dissociation, of course, but also an avoidant personality rather, that I'm just like, I'm out. So if you are honest with me, and it sounds probably crazy to people, but I tell people all the time, if you come to me honestly, you don't know what I'm going to say, because you really don't.
Right, because you didn't give me the chance.
You did not give me a chance. So again, it's not that I'm going to definitely say, oh, okay, well, that's fine if you cheat. It's I find myself here, or I have found myself here. And we need to kind of, I would like for us to talk this through, figure out whatever. But as soon as you're just like, nah, oh my God, the worst one for me is, it's not like I planned on this. And it's not like we've been having sex. That's the emotional ones. It is so infuriating for me. It's still emotional infidelity. Like, what the fuck? It's not like I told them that I love them and they're love of my life. What the fuck are you talking about?
But see, and that's why they have to have like these benchmark, right, trigger endpoint. Because if here's her line, I didn't sleep with them, therefore it's okay.
Yes. But you still didn't tell me, and then you're hiding it. So if it was okay,
because if it was okay, why do you need to hide it?
Why do you need to hide it? You're hiding it because you know it's not okay.
Right.
So then there's this, again, there's this limit of, well, it's never gotten physical. So
people are like, who would actually do that? I have. I've told other people, like, I have this person in my life. This person means a lot to me. This person means a lot more, probably more than platonic, but no, it's not a relationship like that. But yes, this person, this is their name. This is how long they've been in my life. They're not going anywhere. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Then you get to decide if that works for you or not. It is just that simple.
Yeah. But you have to give them, and I think that also, it's probably going to sound crazy as well, but I think that helps the relationship to be in a healthier space, because you can be honest about those things. You can be open about those things. And if you really are worried about losing me, then do the thing to not lose me. Right? Discuss it. It's a hard thing to, when you have that kind of reality of like, dang, am I really losing interest in my wife or in my husband? Like, whatever. Am I really there?
Because in a long-term relationship, committed relationship, that is going to happen.
Yes.
There's going to be a time where you're just like, ain't nothing there. Ain't nothing here right now. Because there's been enough resentment and contempt that has built up over unmet needs and over dropped balls.
And it's before the betrayal. You're at work, you're at the holiday party, and you notice that that shit scares me every time. It did. You're at work, you're at this holiday party, and you notice that the person might be kind of flirting-ish, and you find yourself kind of naturally flirting back, and it's like,
but right there,
that's not
right
good.
there. It doesn't go from attraction and chemistry to bed.
Right. That's what I say, right then.
So you can't say that. No one can use that. I didn't think that this is where we had too much to drink. Then don't be drinking that much. Then it's like then you're using the alcohol so you can have a deniability.
That's fair. Yeah, that could be definitely a cop out.
All of it's a cop out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, so.
Because if I'm like, oh shit, he is attractive,
Mm-hmm.
because we're gonna be attracted to other people. We're
Yes.
human.
Mm-hmm.
To say that, oh, I never look at someone else with attraction is so dumb, because you can appreciate beauty.
Yes, you can.
Because I can appreciate beauty in a woman, in a man, in a
Mm-hmm.
child, because you're appreciating beauty.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not sexual.
It's not sexual. However, if I look at someone and I'm like, oh, he's good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. And then he starts talking, because immediately attraction level either goes up or down.
Yes.
At that point.
Yes.
The second that you
Oh
open your mouth, the shit that comes out of
the
it.
second.
So then it's like, okay, self-aware,
Mm-hmm.
right? Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
You know your shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Now I have admiration.
Mm-hmm.
So we go from having, again, the attraction with the admiration.
Mm-hmm.
Then I need to make sure I don't make any more conversation.
Yes, and that's what I say. In that moment, then you head home, and there's this thing of, I've noticed this thing about myself, and I really want us to have this open dialogue about this here. If you're worried about losing me, right? So it's something is missing, something is happening, something is whatever, and we have this discussion. Or you let it be a one-off. You let it be a one-off. And you go about your business. So then you do not allow people access in that same space anymore, because you know where it can go. Because for some people, they have to kind of learn that about themselves. Like if they get to a certain point and it becomes, oh, I think I'm doing a little bit too much. But you learn it about yourself. You learn it fucking fast. But you need to learn it about yourself.
But it's always before it becomes a thing.
Yes, it's always before that.
It's, you're the first person I think of.
Yes.
You're the first person I go to.
That's why I say it's the moment in the cocktail party where you recognize that you just flirted back and this, oh shit, I'm not supposed to do that. That's it.
Right? And then it won't be cheating.
That's why I said you have to allow yourself to not be back in that space. You have to do the pace. So for example, if I'm drinking and I know I get flirty when drinking, I'm not going to drink in these environments. So you recognize that or learn that about yourself. Mm-hmm. So it's just not going to be the thing.
And just to clarify, and we're not talking about then you don't go do nothing.
Right. No.
All right. Because you need to recognize what's missing. You need to recognize what you're looking for. You need to recognize what you are craving. And that is, because that will happen at a gas station.
Yes.
Just as much as it'll happen at a bar. Just as much it'll happen in a club. Right? Because it's unmet needs within yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You have unmet needs, not because the person you're with is not giving them to you, but because of whatever else. And that's what you need therapy for. Figure out what that unmet need is. Yeah. And then, but so many people that I know is like, I can't do this. Like that, I can't let my wife go, traveling by herself because she might meet somebody. I can meet somebody at a gas station.
Yeah.
Right. And it will go somewhere if I allow it to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. But people use that as, I don't want to start trouble. Right. Because I might meet somebody. You might meet somebody anywhere. That doesn't mean you stop living and then you continue your misery.
Yeah.
And then you commiserate in your misery. Because again, then that's, the more you cultivate misery, I feel like, is you're giving yourself a rationale for when something does happen.
Yep.
You're like, well, it's because.
Yeah.
No, it didn't need me. Now, I don't want to minimize that there are some people who are like, I can't leave though.
Yes, that's a very different space.
Right? Because there are people who are like, for example, I know someone and it's a lackluster marriage, to say the least, right? But they're like, if I leave, then I won't see my children again. Right?
Yeah.
So that's not an option for me.
Yeah.
So I stay for my children. And it's not that, well, when my children are older, then I'll leave or anything like that. But for right now, the family unit is more important.
Yeah. And
that's why, even though I am cheating, it's not, I just need to leave my home because I can't leave my wife. Or, and the reason I'm saying it's men, because women cheat too. I'm not saying women don't, but that's a situation, right? A woman would be like, I can't leave my children because then I won't be able to maintain blah blah blah. Or someone, if they're not the primary breadwinner, I can't leave my partner because I literally will not be able to afford rent, even though I'm miserable right now.
Yes.
Right. So yes, you were choosing your hell at that point. But I can understand why they're choosing that hell.
Yeah, so survival.
And so it's like, so then what? Do they not also deserve love and fulfillment and all the things you get from a relationship?
Yeah, of course. But I gotta survive this shit first.
Right.
And then I can worry about that. But right now I can't. And so even in those cases that are like not to that extent where it is like this, there's this infidelity, there's that same question though I think it can be applied of
like, why did they stay? That's why they stayed.
Yeah, like, and then what am I worthy of? Because sometimes it can be, again, not to that degree. It can just be, maybe this is all I am worth. Maybe this is just what I expect to happen. So this is just what it is. As long as they don't beat me, then like I'm good. Right. So there's these kind of different, not criteria, deal breakers.
Right.
Where that people have that kind of, whether it be an illusion or something that helps them to keep going with it, whatever that's in place that keeps this kind of particular scene going.
And I made that face because that's something I've heard growing up. Well, but does he beat you? And if the answer is no, then
no complaints.
It's not worth you ripping apart your family when children are involved because he doesn't hit you. There's no physical violence.
Yeah.
But we all know there's other forms of abuse, emotional abuse and verbal abuse and financial abuse.
Yes, for sure.
That somehow doesn't hit the mark.
Yeah. Oh my God, the financial abuses. We should do one on that. But and what's interesting too with the kids know. That'd be the crazy shit. The kids really be knowing. The adult may not know, but the kids be knowing. And when the kids know, then it becomes what are you doing? So either they will become just like anything else that we experience. Am I really gonna fight it or we're gonna accept it? So grow up, they become anything that looks halfway possibly suspicious in their dreams of their person, they're fighting them. Other people, it's what you do, it is what it is. This is all that is what it means to be with a person.
Yeah.
All that is in part of that. So I think when children are that observant naturally, so that then that becomes the next question of what am I exposing my kids to? Not again, not the survivors. What am I exposing my kids to at this point? Because how is that going to affect not me? I'm an adult, I can navigate, blah blah. But if I have these children, what are we going to be? How are we going to be? And that also makes it very hard. Yes, that also makes it very, very, very difficult. So sometimes it is that of, I don't know what this is going to look like otherwise.
And then this is, again, not to justify cheating, but then that's what they're like, I know this is survival mode, and I have life and feeling alive and feeling valued and feeling worthy and da 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 here. That's, so let me embrace both because I can't ever have that over here. And I understand that.
Yeah.
And I also understand that anything that you get part-time is always going to be sweet.
That's very nice. I like that. Because that's what makes it, it's half.
Yeah, I can keep it together.
It's the other half, I should say.
I can keep it together once a week. I can make sure I have no demands on you. And that all of our time is magical.
Yeah.
I don't challenge your thoughts as much. I don't rear up at you as much.
Yeah.
Right? I don't demand things from you. I don't question why you did this or didn't do this. Right? That magical thinking, right? That fairyland. Because that's what it is, guys. Cheating, affairs, it's this reprieve from your current reality.
Yeah, it's like a guilty vacation.
Just go to Mexico. Just go have fun by yourself.
Yeah.
Right, without the aftermath.
With the examples that you were just stating, those questions or statements, most of the time it is women who are asking those questions or kind of making those things. I think that's why so much of it is onto us of what are we doing wrong to make him cheat?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of that is, are you nagging too much? Are you asking for too much? Are you doing this too much? Or not enough of this or that? Because the idea is still that, gender norm deal, right? So women do this, men do that.
And women are also the ones that are blamed, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's on us.
But I mean, not the primary woman. The one he cheated with is also the one that they go after.
Oh my god, yeah.
Instead of the one that was the one in the committed relationship that shouldn't have been stepping out.
I've had to tell folks, bitch, you need to sit the fuck down. Because what the fuck are you talking about? This girl is not the issue.
And if it wasn't her, it would be someone else.
And this is going to sound super bad. Super bad. But I have like models that's just very generic. If it don't, whatever. But hoes won't be hoes, just as thieves will be thieves. So you cannot be upset when the person is doing what they know to do. You don't need to be wrapping around to that girl house and worry about what the fuck she's going on, why she fuck with your man, why she da-da-da-da. It doesn't fucking matter. She's going to do what she's supposed to do. That's her role. Your partner's
but
role.
also, you don't know what she's been told.
That too. But your partner's role is commitment to you. She's
Right.
not committed
That's
to you.
That's the focus.
You need to be with your partner. It doesn't matter. However, if man, woman, child, whatever the relationship dynamic is, heterosexual, homosexual, doesn't matter. Whatever your commitment is to your person,
right?
That's who you need to be upset about,
right? But
because
then they don't.
Because
if they can focus on someone else,
they don't have
then
to
they don't
admit
have to accept that
their person is who this is.
You don't think they're gonna do the same thing to you with somebody else next?
Yeah.
Which is my thing with the one when you're the extra, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're the extra and you know you're the extra or whatever, just know that you're never going to have a significant role in this person's life.
No.
And you can never have any kind of peace that they're not going to do the same thing to you again 15 years later.
Right.
If they're going to do it with you, they're going to do it to you.
Mm-hmm. So this is earlier when I think we first started, you were talking about like this change in generation to where this is not being accepted as much. And so a part of that discussion has been, oh my God, it's a super old, is it by Betty Wright? It's a super old song. And she is on the phone talking to the other woman. And she, I can't remember her name, but she's like, so and so, this is so and so, and she's just talking to her like, this is what situation is. This is my husband, blah blah blah. But I think where we are, kind of new generation, like non-acceptance piece is, instead of going after that side piece and being it, because if you get notified by the side piece, because like you said, you don't know what's being told. I find out, oh my God, I did not know this, girl, I'm so sorry, da, da, da. The wife or the spouse is like, oh, I didn't know he was doing that either. Thank you for telling me. And that has become now the more practice, I should say, with the newer generations of, didn't know that. Thanks.
That, and then with songs, the Boy Is Mine.
Yes.
Brandy and Monica.
Yes.
That was my high school years where you're supposed to fight over this boy.
Yeah.
Now, which no, thank you. I didn't do it then. I'm not gonna do it now.
Never.
But now it's like, okay, then you can have them.
Mm-hmm.
Guy, girl, whoever. If they're willing to do this, you can have them.
Because what am I fighting for? Because the fight is my commitment to this relationship, to you.
Right.
So if you decide you're not going to be participating anymore with me on the front lines, why am I going to go back?
Right.
Into potentially enemy territory to bring you back out into the line? That's crazy.
Now, and mine is, I know, one end of the spectrum where I'm like, you can have them. Thank you. And I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm not trying to make this work after I find out about infidelity. Even though there was a time in my life where I was like, ah, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I have to get my ducks in a row.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Great. And that took some time.
Yeah.
To get my ducks in a row. After there was confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And sometimes you don't ever get confirmation. Yeah. Like I said, I've been cheated on with just about every person I've been, because again, that also goes to not just who the people were, but I did chase after the ones, right, that were difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And the easiest way to find out if there was ever childhood trauma is, do you go chasing the approval and affection of people who are already difficult?
Mhm. Yeah.
So yes, I did. So I'm also that's on me too. I chose these people,
Mhm.
right? Who were at some point or another, all of them. Oh my God, avoidant or with narcissistic tendencies. All of them
Mhm.
had both, or just straight disorganized. That's fun.
Mm.
But I chose that because of what was in my blueprint, and it
Yeah.
took a long time to recognize my role in it.
Mhm.
But whatever. Mine is an extreme reaction now, and probably always has been because of my attachment style, which was avoidant, to just be like, all right, fuck you,
Mhm.
thank you, next,
Yeah.
right? But there is plenty of work out there. Esther Perel is one of them.
Yeah, I love Esther.
That it doesn't, infidelity doesn't have to be the end of your relationship. It is the end of that one,
Yeah.
right? But you can work through it and heal through it and understand what was lacking that led to this. Rebuild a new relationship because the old one's dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're not getting the old one back. But you can rebuild a new one with the same person.
Yeah, a new one, not multiple new ones. To me,
For you. Yeah.
I cannot just keep doing. It's a new one. Okay. We recognize shit blew up, shit got crazy. You stabbed me, I shot you. Da, da, da. Okay.
And then what? Right.
We rebuild.
But again, if it happens again, and that's your thing, like now you know why this was hurtful. You know why you did it. You knew what was the woundedness in you that reached for that. Okay, great. So you learn nothing because we're back.
Yeah.
See, at that point, and again,
then I feel like boo boo the fool because it's like,
yes,
this is exactly why I shouldn't have fucking gave you another chance
Mm.
because you're right back doing the same thing.
Because yes, I do believe, and this is harsh, but I do believe once a cheater, always a cheater.
I do hear that a lot though, yeah.
Because whatever is in you that is so important for you to pursue, at the cost of me, you will find a different way to justify it another time. Now, which is very different from someone who did and then was like, I'm never doing that again, no matter how miserable I am. I'm going to just end that relationship before I ever do this again because I can't balance stuff like that. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I thought about whatever, or I didn't think whatever. I just knew I'm unhappy here. This person made me feel important and special and all the things. So I entertained that as well, but I'm not doing that ever again. I went to therapy. I understand my triggers. I understand my needs. I know how to ask for my needs. I know how to communicate my needs. I know how to communicate when I'm disappointed. I know how to communicate and do conflict resolution. Right? I did the work. Yes. Okay, then maybe you won't ever cheat again. That is possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know a lot of people like that.
90% don't do the work. They rely on the social norms of this is because of you in some way, or the other side. I know
enough therapists who
I ain't thought about
have
that.
cheated, and it's not that they don't know the work.
Oh yeah, no.
Or haven't done the work. And that's what I mean by that's just you.
Yes, can be.
That's just who you are. That for whatever reason is acceptable for you to do that. To me, it's never acceptable to do that. Anyone I've ever been in a relationship with, the first thing I've always just said was, if your eye is wandering and the interest grows into attraction and the attraction grows into I am invested, just tell me. Tell me. Just tell me. Do they? No.
No, never.
But again, that's who I was choosing too. Are people that are not likely to be honest. So,
and I think another part of it too is like I don't want to lose you because they know it's just for fun. It's just an amusement park.
But it is though, right? We can't demonize the act of cheating so much as if it's this vile thing. No, it's exciting. It makes you feel alive.
Definitely hide your adrenaline.
It makes you feel again seen again, right? Like you matter again. Somebody's invested again, right? When all those things diminish because the mystery is gone in long-term relationships. So then that spark, right? All the dopamine be flying, all the oxytocin be flying in your brain. You are literally high on the chemicals being released. So yes, I think if people recognize like that interaction is very addictive, right? Because love addiction is a thing where people just chase that high all the time. I think it's not something that's gross. Is my point, right? The aftermath is yes, it is. That's unnecessary damage. But recognizing that when you're in a committed long-term relationship, there's nothing that exciting happening anymore. Right, to that degree. As if when you're experiencing it for the first time with someone else.
Yeah.
Still doesn't make it okay.
No.
People can say that about all kinds of other stuff, right?
But you can
say
still
about
have
drugs. It feels great. Yes. Doesn't mean you get to keep doing it because it's like, acid. You're gonna burn holes in your brain. But the psychedelics are great and it feels great, and I see things and yes, and you're still also burning holes in your brain.
Yeah, and
They've
there's
done
just
too much.
other ways. Again, if you talk about it with your partner, you probably will find other ways to get this spark from time to time, or kind of make this lively or exciting again. And I think Esther has even talked about that as well. Of when it does die down, it's because we've just kind of kept this routine, and we've lost the fun.
Yeah.
And we've lost a friend.
Right.
So we're wanting, and we can have
you're
that
taking them for
and
granted,
build that
is
in
what
that
that's
space.
happening. You've taken that person for granted. You're no longer curious about them. Like you have to do the things to be curious about the person that's sitting next to you.
Yeah.
In any relationship.
Yeah.
And then also there needs to be new experiences.
Yeah, my gosh, yeah.
Right? We talked about this before. The 4 E's. Am I going to be able to remember all 4 E's? No.
I won't.
But one of it is new experiences, right? You try something new. Right? Once a month, you guys go try something new together that you've never tried before. Not a new fucking restaurant. I'm so irritated with date night being about a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's not effort or it's energy to go on Open Table and book a reservation. That's not effort. I'm talking like a new experience.
Yeah.
So again, the mirror neurons in your brain are lighting up. You're having oxytocin from this bonding. You're like, did you see this?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you see this? Okay. Right? And it could be free shit. Like again, people use money as a reason. No, it can be free shit. We don't need to go to Greece,
right,
just to have this experience, right? Whatever. The second one is learning something together, learning a language together, learning cooking together, learning a dance together, just learning something together.
Yeah.
The third one is entertainment. Right, and it's like we watch shows together, like these monotonous things that you kind of do, but it's comforting. It's not the go like the other two. The other two require a lot more energy, and I don't remember what the fourth one was.
Okay,
but
those are good.
The 4 E's. We can just say the 3 E's. I don't remember what the fourth one is at all. Yeah. Experience, education, entertainment. I want to say it's empathy, where you're like with them, like this. The connection is real. I want to say it's empathy, but I don't know if that's real. I might be making that up. But the other 3 are definitely it.
We'll make it a substitute because that's really important. Because to really have that level of intimacy and feel connected with your partner, that's a really big one. I don't feel as connected. And it doesn't need to be a whole big drawn out thing, but it is something that's very important.
Because hello, you're talking to me, and if I'm like, hey, let me look up something real fast, and I tell you I'm looking up something so I can tell you, but I'm listening to you, that's different. But if you're always talking and I'm always doing this,
yeah, very annoying,
right? How was your day?
Yeah, yeah, definitely tell me you don't give a fuck. You're just doing what's expected,
right?
You're not interested, really.
So that's it, guys.
That's it.
If you're in a relationship, practice the 4 E's with the asterisks of maybe the one that I threw in there at the
empathy, end.
Yeah. If your eye is wondering, don't be a coward. Don't be a coward.
Share it, because the outcome is going to be
or avoid it.
Yeah, or avoid it.
Right. If you see that attraction turning into admiration,
Mhm.
that's turning into kind of that intimacy, like connection, like I
Mhm.
want to be connected with you. Run,
Yeah.
run. Put some barriers between it.
Yes.
The conversation can only go so long. Like you have to be intentional.
Yes. And
Um,
talk in your relationship. When you find yourself there, talk. They don't. You need all the details. You just. I find myself here, and I really want us to discuss how I got here. What's missing here? Just talk.
don't be a coward. Own it.
That's
Good,
it.
bad, ugly. Own it. It's always that's what we will always advocate for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Accept where you are, accept who you are, accept what that looks like,
Mhm.
and just own it.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
thank you.
guys.